Hey everyone, it's Dr. Ramani, and welcome back to this YouTube channel on narcissism and narcissistic relationships and healing from them too. Let's talk about something called pseudo-mutuality today. I haven't talked about this using this term. It came across my desk through my wonderful healing community. Someone asked about it, but pseudo-mutuality is a type of family system often observed in narcissistic families. Now, the term pseudomutuality is defined by the American Psych Association Dictionary of Psychology as a family relationship that has a superficial appearance of mutual openness and understanding, although in fact, the relationship is rigid and depersonalizing. That's every narcissistic family, right? So basically, a family that looks good to the world or looks just like a well functioning family that cares about each other, but is anything but, and in which those damned roles we talk about are almost inescapable. Either in these families, either you're in or you're out. And if you're going to be a part of one of these pseudo mutual family systems, you have to play by the rules of the narcissistic parent or parents and not defy that role, because then that seeming sense of everyone getting along will go away very quickly. Basically, you got to go along to get along. That's not real mutuality. That's conditional love. In a pseudo mutual family, things may look so good that to anyone who has only a passing or inconsistent view of the family may think that, if this is your family, for example, that you're from a happy family with traditions and get togethers, and that's really social. And in the era of social media, the pseudo mutual family is having its moment because they are plastering social media with images of their perfectly put together and fun loving family. Listen, few people tend to post about triangulation and scapegoating. So the world may very well that it's just family fun camp. Pseudo mutual families these days are a pretty damn good brand. I think now some of us are smartening up, and as for me as a shrink, when I'm shown really happy family images on Instagram, I do wonder at how bad things really are for the kids in that family. Now, children in these family systems may find that they need to be little performers, play the piano or sing a song or play the violin. Their children's trophies may be on display in the living room. And so you may, especially if you're in one of these families when you're younger, roll up and obediently do what the parents ask you to do and get praise. But it can be all but impossible to create your own identity or autonomy in a performative system like this, because that would be deemed selfish. In a pseudo mutual system, the family may talk a tough game about how everyone can pursue their dreams. But if you really did that and your dreams did not fit the family script, you will find that your dreams may be shamed, and then the hypocrisy would then be that they would, and the hypocrisy of the family would become very clear to you. For the children in a pseudo mutual family, it may even feel fun for a little while until you recognize that the fun and the laughter may be hiding something darker, such as criticism or manipulation or even just mean jokes. You may dread family get togethers because of the sheer hypocrisy that lurks under the surface, even though it looks fun to everyone else. As long as you stick to your role and behave in the way that the parents in the pseudo mutual system need you to behave, then all is sort of well ish. Again, these roles are almost like parts in a play. You can't go and play a different role. Folks in pseudo mutual systems rarely get the support they need because the world thinks that these pseudo mutual families are joiny and connected and supportive and happy and helpful. So no one thinks there's anything wrong, and it can feel really hard to break ranks and get help. And many folks don't even begin to have these conversations until adulthood in therapy or in a safe space like that. It's also confusing. What seems like it should be good feels bad, which can magnify sort of sensations like trauma bonding. And during the so called good times or good events in a pseudo mutual system, some people in these systems may become really clear that things are going to get dark or mean or manipulative before long. It's like living in a bit of a gaslighted hell because the world believes something is true about your family, which is not. And you're having to live in that in-between space of having to be in the family, but to know the truth. Pseudomutuality characterizes many narcissistic family systems, but certainly not all. The pseudomutuality may not be present in quite a few narcissistic family systems, and instead you just get plain old in-your-face dysfunction. They don't even try to fake it. Both of these family systems are terrible for you, but the systems that are not pseudomutual, in a strange way, may be a little bit easier to navigate because it's bad. Anyone coming into the system can see that it's bad. At least there's a little less gaslighting. Some of you may be wondering, well, if that's pseudo-mutuality, what's real mutuality? Well, real mutuality is when actually everyone is connected and cares about the growth and the happiness of others and genuinely cares about it. And people in truly mutual systems are allowed to sort of be themselves and grow and develop and blossom as themselves, that they feel supported, they feel seen, and they feel heard. And if you can't do exactly what others in the family system demand of you, that's okay. They may want you to stay for dinner, but if you can't because you have something to do that really is important to you, in a truly mutual system, it'd be like, we're going to miss you, but we'll hold a piece of pie for you or whatever. You really feel like you belong to something, and in truly healthy mutual systems, you want to be with them. You do feel like that these are people who are your cheerleaders and with whom you're growing. In a pseudo-mutual system, they'll sell that message, but you'll soon realize it's not true. So if you come from a pseudo-mutual system, you could certainly drop that in the comments. It's a tough way to be because the world thinks you're one thing that you're really, really not. And like I said, we are in the golden era of pseudo-mutuality because social media has taught us that the real brand is to sell people on a fake message, and pseudo-mutuality is often that. Thanks again.